All right, we are here today to start a new series, a very challenging series with the San Francisco Giants, my home squad. I pretty much know everybody in the org. I mean, probably not everyone in the org, but I know a lot of people, players in the organization. But in this series, we're going to maneuver a little differently. We're going no ratings. So no pitching ratings or hitting ratings. We're just going with athletics. So stamina, hold runners, defense. You can see here, like with Patrick Bailey, speed and catching ability. But we're not going to have any live scouting on their hitting 20 to 80 scale. We're going to solely rely on stats and scouting reports. So right here I have Patrick Bailey average, getting his um, scouting report soon in 4 weeks, I guess. But right now it says um, good, consistent defense. Well, he's a lot of offensive talent. He's limited by lack of discipline. So I already know his profile a little bit, and it's all assuming. Last year he got off to a good start and then struggled towards the end. But his walk rate was low, strikeout rate was a little high, hit for a little power, but not as much as we need him to. So when it comes to his um, development, I kind of pushed up power, I, and avoid Ks, with his defense getting a little bit of um, the love here. He is probably the best framing catcher. I mean, that's a starter in Major League Baseball. Um, in this game, probably. But yeah, that's kind of the mode we're going. I'll look at the rules here with you for a second. Right now, we're going to go with very low scouting accuracy. So, just to make it even tougher on me, we're going to have frequent scouting reports just so I can get that a little bit of a plus there. Usually, it's at normal. Going to keep all the reports, incorporate stats, yes. And then current ratings, potential ratings, none displayed. We're only doing other ratings. No overall, no potential, no Babbitt, obviously. And then when it comes to players, we're going to do high, realistic, short injuries, normal, long injuries, and we're going to have aging speed down a little bit, dev speed up, for each one. Pitchers, I went aging speed a little lower just because they take a little longer. And then I mean, aging speed, I have them a little higher than the batting aging speed just because pitchers do kind of, you know, their aging curve is a little rough with injuries and all that. But then development, I have it tiny lower than position player development. And then TCR 105, usually it's 100. Let's see, AI settings, we're going to go with the hard mode, no reputation mode. I saw PF Holden do this and it looked really difficult, so I'm doing that. Um, and then I also saw him use rating scale at 70, so the opposing GMs are really going to be looking at ratings. They don't really care how you do with stats, and that's usually how it goes anyway, especially with us. So, and then rules wise, no 10-5 rules. We're going to allow trading of injured players. We can trade cap, international free agent cap trading, low trading frequency, and then trading of recently drafted players for next off season. And then we move the amateur draft to June 1st. And then disable the right to refuse minor league assignment, and then everything else here stayed the same. I did turn off evolution um, for the league. I'll do that myself if we get to that point. I assume this is going to take a little while to get good, but we do have a high, budget, so it may be a little easier um, with this sim. But if this goes fairly easy, or like we do, uh, we're a little better than I thought, then I will go with a tougher, budget-wise team in my next one. Stolen bases, I'm going often. Um, and stolen base success, I'm going to go 1.7. And then stolen base attempts, 0.6. That's what I usually do. And everything else is going to stay the same. And yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, and then players. We did a lot of international amateur free agents, and then we're going to bump the cap to 5.2. Sorry, I went through this once before, and then I screwed it up because I added a league, and then just totally messed everything up. So I had to restart it. But that's okay. It was early on. Um, Scouting discoveries, few. I don't really like scouting discoveries, but I feel like the minor league systems get really drained, and I don't really want to touch the minor league systems because every time I do it, I seem to mess something up. And then all both of these few. So all three of these down here are going to be few players. Usually they're default, obviously. Um, so, and then a lot of international free agents. I'm bumping up the cap, so hopefully teams can spend a little more um, money. And then I showcase a real 200 days prior because I know teams in real life get to see the players, have talks with them months prior to the international free agency opening. I think I could be wrong there. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But taking a look, I already went through our top prospects. Kyle Harrison, he's going to be on the major league club. He was with the team last year. He had a 5.68 FIP, was not good. Gave up a lot of home runs, so we're going to focus on his control and movement. Maybe get his command up a little better, and that's the main focus with him. Marco Luciano looks like a third baseman or a second baseman, could also play some corner outfield. So we're going to see if he can hit well in double A and then probably move him up really fast. He did not hit well in triple A last year, so we're going to start off in double A. His development, I went less running, more power contact. I'm going to get his contact down a little bit here and avoid K's up because he does make decent contact. It's just um, it's just his strikeout rate. His swings need a he has a lot of swing and miss in his game. So Wisenhunt, um, still waiting on a scouting report. Command is rough, so we focus on his control a little bit and movement. Let's see. Eldred's going to be a two-way player. Going to get him some run, see if he struggles a little bit in one area. Probably, if he struggles at pitching, going to keep him as a hitter. We'll see. In real life, he moved to just hitter. Meckler is going to be in AAA, can play some second base, but going to stick to outfield. He came up early last year um, after just getting drafted in 2022. It was not good in the majors, so he's going to stay in AAA for now. Probably get his just try to have him be balanced, not focus on home runs or anything because he's not a home run hitter, but get everything else up. Maybe he can be a center fielder in the future if he gets his range up. And then Landon Roop's going to be with the club. Pretty good slider. Really focusing on his movement here. His scouting report kind of says uh, has trouble with the long ball, so we got to work on his movement a little bit. And yeah, okay. So back to the team. This is the team we're rocking with. We do have a lot of AAA guys, outfielders, but like Sables can catch and play first. We're gonna look to move Bart. Maybe if he does have. This is unrealistic because he doesn't have any options in real life, and so they traded him to the Pirates. But with the Major League Club, we're gonna go with Webb, Snell, and Harrison, Hicks, and Wynn. Wynn is a tough one. His scouting report kind of says he has more ground balls, fringe stuff. So basically, don't want to get him through three times in the order. We focus more on his movement and his stuff compared to his stamina because we don't really care right now about his stamina. We just want him to focus on movement and stuff. Camilo Duvall is going to be a closer. Luke Jackson, who um, his command, he's still a good pitcher in this game, not in real life. Landon Roop, like we just talked about, is going to be on the team. Tyler Rogers, focusing more on stuff, not stamina. And Ryan Walker, Eric Miller, his control is rough, as you can see. So we're really focusing on his control in the dev lab. And then I did all the player strategies too. So he's not going to pitch around. He's going to hopefully throw right down the middle because they can't really hit his fastball, I don't think. And then same with Taylor Rogers. He as well as Duvall is going to be like a setup guy with the club. Um, 2 more years left to control, and gonna move these around a little bit. They don't matter because I'm gonna play out every game. But lineup wise, against righties, we got Jung Hoo Lee, leading off. If this game can load, what's going on? Okay, Jung Hoo Lee leading off, playing center, really focusing on everything else other than power. Um, but I'll probably switch it up as we get into the season. Matt Chapman, going to be a good third baseman for us. He's batting second. Lamont Wade, good eye. Um, as you could see last year, 14% walk rate, good strikeout rate. Had a 115 WRC plus, but he's going to be a platoon bat here. Patrick Bailey, like we talked about before, is going to hit cleanup. May switch that around a little bit, but we'll see. I'll just do Soler cleanup because he had some power. 124 WRC plus. Gonna get a scouting report on him. He's in a DH. Michael Conforto, 93 WRC plus. He is like the epitome of average. So we'll see what he can do. He's probably not gonna play much against lefties. And then Bailey Yastrzemski, same thing. Not gonna play a whole lot against lefties, but we don't really have any other options other than Ramos, who we do like. And then Estrada, who I like a lot. Hopefully, he can get the walk rate up a little bit. We're gonna focus on being more balanced in his approach because he is a good runner and he is a pretty good second baseman. 70, really good. Um, 23 stolen bases last year. I think he could be, like a 3-win player if he can hit, 105 WRC plus or something. So we'll see about that. He did hit 14 home runs, so he's a balanced player other than his eye, 4.2 walk rate. Nick Ahmed just here for his defense. Don't really care about anything else. Don't care about his power. His running's actually good, but hopefully we get some more contact out of him. He's probably gonna have like a 50, 60 WRC plus. So if he can do that, it's fine. He may get moved off here in the future. But against lefties, we're gonna rock with Ramos, and I like him. Waiting on his scouting report. Gonna see if he can stay in the big leagues. I know in real life he's an all-star, but we'll see. The game is kind of nice to him. I've noticed. Sometimes he'll break out, sometimes he won't. It's kind of like the same with Luis Matos, who's gonna get some run as well. I'm gonna put him on the 40 because in real life he's on the 40. Anybody else? Schmidt's on the 40 in real life. Just to start off a little realistic here. Who else? And that's it. So 36 out of 40 on the 40 man. And then who else is going to sneak in here? Wilmer Flores. Wilmer Ramos. Jeez. So Wilmer Flores is going to hit against lefties, play first base, and that's our lineup against lefties. And we're going to kind of flip flop between Conforto and Yastrzemski out on the left. Just do this every second day. There we go. And we're looking good. So Ramos can play some center, 55 range, but he's not going to be good out there. But overall, this is going to be rough with the first year player draft. I already know. Like I'm going to rely heavily on my assistant GM, my scout, and then the mock draft. So we're gonna see if we can actually make a decent pick here when we come down to it. Once I get everyone else in my org scouted, I'll just go into the player pool and like pick like 100, 200 guys to scout and see if we can get some high scouting accuracy on them. Among the personnel, we didn't make any other moves other than Rick Jameson's our new trainer, of course, the legend, Mike Holmes is a decent scout, favors tools. That's totally fine with me. Um, we'll see how he does. I know there's going to be better options next year, but I do want to get his scouting on everybody. Matt Williams, keeping him. Mark Hallberg, keeping him. Justin Veal, keeping him. Brian Price is not a good pitching coach, but he'll do for this year just to keep things orderly. And then, yeah, so we do have some issues with clashing here. I did up the. Let's see what I did. I did up the coach cohesion impact, so it'll matter more how my coaches interact with each other and with the players. So we'll see how that works. I don't really expect many problems. I don't know why Webb is considered selfish in this game. He's kind of always considered that in OOTP. I don't know why, but he's in real life. He's more of a leader um, with high work ethic, and he signed an extension. So loyalty. I don't know. He is a good leader. Financial ambition. I don't. This doesn't really match in real life, but it is a video game, so whatever. Um, we do have some injured players, and they're going to play a big role, hopefully, in our season. Tristan Beck, he's good fastball, life average slider, average changeup, mediocre curve, fringy stuff. So we're really going to focus on him. Like his stamina, no. Fastball's fine. Gonna focus on his movement. See if we can get him up there. And then Alex Cobb is back in 3 weeks. Don't know where I'm gonna have him pitch. Maybe in the win spot or if someone gets hurt. But he was decent last year, 4.15 FIP. Probably not the best for Oracle Park. You know, should probably not allow as many home runs, but it is what it is. Sean Jelly, who looks decent, focusing more on his relief side. He is a starter, but I like his relief better. Extreme ground ball, 93 to 95. He is 6'11, so I know that plays an impact on his velo. Robbie Ray is back in 6 weeks. He is fragile now. We're going to see how he does in a rehab assignment. Ethan Small, who we acquired in the offseason, um, was not good last year in a small sample, but in AAA, he had a 3.55 FIP. He needs to get his walk rate down, but has decent stuff. Um, Austin Warren out for 8 weeks, so that's how we're looking here. And we can get going on. There was somebody on the waiver wire that I did want to scout, Luis Rengifo. I'm gonna look to trade for him maybe because they put him on waivers. He's owed $4 million, so I don't really want to claim him now. But I put a scouting report into him. Hopefully, see if he's good. See if we can trade for him. Overall, we kind of upped our budget and dev and scouting, and we only have 7 mil left. And when it comes to draft budget, I have 10.8 mil, so it might be a little high, but I want to make sure I can sign everybody. The international cap, I put a 0 just to give us some more money right now. But yeah, we can look at the preseason predictions and then get going on the first game, maybe series. We're projected to go win 91 games. That's impressive. I did not expect that. Um, so Snell's supposed to be really good. Carry us, him and Webb. So we'll see how that works. Everyone else, I know Otani's gonna be able to hit, and Betts, Riley, Strand is supposed to be really good. 42 home runs, okay. And yeah, all right. So I think we're ready to go. We're gonna remember we play every game in this, so I'm gonna have complete control. We got Logan Webb up. We're facing the Padres. Machado's out in this to start the year. They have Graham Pauley leading off. Jackson Merrill's in center. Not the best center fielder, so they might move off of him in the future there. Kim's at shortstop, Bogart's at second. Tommy Pham was signed to a $1.4 million deal, so he's DHing. And we can look at their roster real quick. Yeah, Luke Voigt they signed. Okay, Tyler Wade, LeCastro, and yeah, all right. So let's get this started. 2024 season is underway. do a little half inning here, nothing going. Webb on the mound. It might be a pitcher's duel. They do they do have Joe Musgrove on the mound, and they score first. It was a error on Chapman, and then another error on Ahmed, and then a ground out, and then a ground out got a run in. So it was a reach on error, got the run in, and a ground out. So unlucky for Webb. 2 unearned runs. It looks like. Yep. So we'll see if we can back him up with some hits. But nope, the Padres get the first hit and third run. It was a double by Profar. Jackson Merrill scored, and now it's 3-0. And you get something going. We get 1 run. It was a double by Ahmed, a double by Jung-Hoo Lee, and that's how we get our first run of the year. Jung-Hoo Lee, welcome to the major leagues. And Webb is struggling a little bit, and they get another run. So that's rough. Little unfortunate for Webb. Just a second. Fix my mouse. And we are threatening here. Musgrove is almost done. Let's see if we can do anything. It's a bouncing ball between first and second. It might be a double play. It won't be. So we have Estrada up trying to get these runs in. 2-1 count. Fly ball deep left, and Profar has it. So we don't score. We're down 3. We're going to get somebody warm. A couple righties coming up. We'll get Ryan Walker up. And he gets through it. I'm going to pinch hit for Ahmed. We're going to bring in Wisely, who can play short a little bit, but we're probably going to move Estrada to short. Move Wisely to second. And get ready to bring in Walker. Yep, we'll bring in Walker. Keep Webb's pitch count a little low. And Walker is struggling. We're going to get a lefty going. Taylor Rogers, keep it a close game maybe. We don't want to walk Campusano. Not the best hitter. Pitch to contact here. Strike 1, pitch to contact. Swung on, fouled, and then we'll just straight up pitch to him. Driven in the air, is deep center, and he makes the catch. And there won't be a tag up to Tommy Pham not really reading the fly ball, I guess. And now Graham Pauley's up. We're going to see if we can get Taylor Rogers in here. They might we might do a little maneuver in here. So like mid plate appearance, switch, pitch to contact. We need a strike. Good job. And now we can't bring in Rogers yet because 3 batter minimum. Dummy. Pitch to batter, struck on the ground left side. Chapman has it, throw to first, and that'll do it for Pauly. And now we're going to have him pitch to Bogarts, 0-2 count to him. Hit sharply to the left, and it'll be a hit. So Pham is running to home, and he'll score. And it is a 4-run game. Bring in Rogers. He immediately gives up a walk, and now Tatis is up, lefty v righty. Not great. We'll see if he can get the strikeout. Lift in the air, deep center, and Lee has it. So 5-1 game now. We're gonna leave in Rogers for 2 more batters, and then bring in Roop. They have Wandy Peralta, and we're gonna pinch hit Flores for Wade, and then we'll go batter by batter here. Try to get something going. Well, that's a hit for Flores, and now they bring in the righty. He just came in for Flores. Okay, so that makes sense. And now Solaire's up. That's a base hit. Love to see that. And now we have Conforto up against the righty, trying to make something happen. 3-2 count. Strike 3. That's not what we want. Bailey's up now. 1-2 count to him. That's a base hit to left. We have the bases loaded now for Yastrzemski. 3-2 count to him. This is what we want right now. Ball 4. We'll take it. And now Estrada's coming up. They still have Santos in. We're going to take a pitch. Take until we get a strike here. That's a ball. Take pitch. That's a strike. Let him hit away. 1-1 count. Hard line drive right center. That's a base hit. That might score 2. It will. So now it's a 5-4 game. with Wisely up, we're going to get somebody with better leverage in the game, most likely Tyler Rogers. Wisely up, runners at first and second, 2-2 count. Struck him out. Now Jung Hoo Lee is up against Usak Go. Couple Koreans going at it now. Pitch on his way, 1-1 count. Hit softly in there. That's a base hit. Yastrzemski going to try to score. He does. Jung Hoo Lee comes through. And now we have a chance to take the lead. 0-2 count though to Chapman. Swing and a miss. But we do tie the game. 4 runs in the top of the 8th. And we're going to let. Okay, they bring in LeCastro. We're going to go Tyler Rogers here. Subbing in for his twin brother. We're going to get Doval up just in case. And he gets through it. So we're going to sit Doval. And lefty Matsui is up. We're going to go batter by batter here. 0-2 count to Flores. Fly ball to left or right center. Makes a grab. The ball went to left or center, more center. 1-1 count to Soler. Got solid wood and Merrill makes the catch. We're just going to let Conforto hit here. Do we? We'll bring in Ramos. We'll let Ramos hit. Get him some run in the first game. Get his feet wet. 1-2 count, maybe runs into one, but he strikes out. So we're going to let Tyler Rogers go until the top of the lineup. And it's an infield hit, so that's not what we want. Try to get double play here. Tough to handle, so we're not going to double play. Try to limit this to like a ground ball to the left side or something. Swing and a miss, we'll take that though. Now Grand Polly's up. We're going to bring in Doval. Get some high leverage here. 0-0 count. Ball 1, throw to third, and Pham steals third. So that's not good. Outfield in. I would rather face Grand Polly here, but we do have a chance to get a double play. I'm going to try to strike him out. Nope, 1-1 count. Little pop-up maybe, or a ground ball right to the second baseman. Driven hard, that'll do it. Yep. All right, so Duvall comes in, gives up a stolen base, and then a sac fly. But yeah, that'll do it for this part of the episode. Take a look at something else. Padres walk it off. Belt signs with Houston. It's probably good with Jose Abreu. I mean, in real life, he's pretty much cooked. But maybe in this game, he's a little better. I'll take the scouting report. Scouting. Borderline talent, yeah. So it makes sense. He's probably going to get shipped out here, I bet, or not get as much playing time. He is owed like 40 mil almost. But all right, that'll do it for this part of the episode. I will be back later on in the season with some updates and scouting reports and make sure we know where everyone stands. Reminder, this is a no ratings, a little bit higher TCR, so it's going to be a rough one. It's going to be pretty realistic. It might take a while to get a good team, but we already have kind of a good, you know, you have Webb, Harrison. I know Snell's probably going to opt out. So that's where we got some work to do, but we do have a high budget. So we'll see how we can do it. 10th in the league, though. That's not actually that much. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. I'll be back later on in this episode. All right, we are back, and it has not been a good road. We are 46 and 56. We are in last in the NL West, and we are officially selling. We've already made some moves. First, we can look at the team real quick. Overall, terrible hitting. The best in runs against. So that means we are. We can look at the standings real quick. We're supposed to be better than we are. We have a plus 25 run differential, so we're supposed to be over 500, but we're 10 games under. So we're looking like the 2023 Padres, really. And then, we have like no shot at the NL West, but we are 5.5 out of the wild card. I kind of want to go the route of like make sure we get our prospects in order because we don't have like the best farm system. 18 out of 30 And we do have some guys coming off, in their final year, going into their last ARB year, and that led us to one of our first deals with a player who had a a couple more years left who we just signed this year. Let me go major logs. And so to start in March, we hired Rick Jamison as our trainer. Um, Went to April, didn't really do anything. We got Cobb back. He went to AAA, and then May we Webb got hurt for a little bit, and then he came back and he made the All Star team, as you can see, All Star first All Star game. He's on pace for 5.5 WAR. We're not going to trade him. He's part of our future. He's our captain. Um, I wish he didn't have this personality class, but whatever. We optioned Roop back to AAA. He was not doing so hot with us, so gave us another option. He's down in AAA, kind of mad about it. We have Sean Jelly, who's now in AAA, but he was up with us for a little while. He's struggling a little down in Sacramento, but we like what he has. He's tall, 6'11". Robbie Ray has been back, and he has not been good. He's just given up a bunch of home runs, striking out a bunch, but I'm going to try to get his pitch around up a little bit so he's not giving, you know, fastballs right down the middle or something. And then Garrett Clevenger, who I was looking at, he actually was DFA'd by the Rays. I don't know why, but he was. And we claimed him. He's minimum almost. So yes, minimum 740, 3 years of service. It'll be his first year of ARB after this year. And he's been pretty dang good with us. So he is a future guy in our bullpen. Scouting report, outstanding stuff. Expect to give you average number of walks and homers. Live arm, more of a might be more of a loogie, but he does walk a bunch. Just hasn't given up any home runs. It does help that he is with a team that is in a good ballpark for pitchers. Um, and then based off that move, we traded Luke Jackson, who was on a team option year for next year. He was struggling with us, 5.27 FIP. We traded him to the Rangers along with a reliever who I don't really care about, 83 to 85 miles per hour fastball, 20 years old, fastball slider. Traded him for Sandro Fabian, who this year had a 116 WRC plus in AAA, and then came over to us and has struggled in both AAA and MLB. But he's 26, just kind of a middling guy we get in return. But if we look at 2023, he was in AAA the whole year at 23 home runs, 108 WRC plus, but average BABIP and an 850 OPS. So it's just like the offensive environment there. If we can get his walk rate up, that would be great. I thought I adjusted this, but I guess I didn't. I don't care about his defense that much. Just get his eye up. Just need his eye to get better. His defense will be fine. Corner outfield, his base running will stay similar, league average. So yeah, that was our first trade, our big trade. And then we ended up sending Austin Slater to the Tigers and Trent Harris, a 24-year-old who's still in rookie ball, to the Tigers for Akil Badu, who was again kind of like a middling guy. Um, hasn't had a good year in the majors since God, I don't know how long, 2021. So he's trying to get his feet back. He's a good base runner, can play corner outfield, a little bit of center, and he's been playing a good amount with us. Has a 44 WRC plus though, so he's struggling. Um, and yeah, that's second trade we made. Slater is a free agent after this year, so we said we're just not gonna bother. Um, we called up Luciano, and he has struggled with us. He's been playing short, some third. Overall, at third base, he's been not that great. At short, he's been not that great. So probably going to send him down soon based on some moves. We had some injuries as well. Also, we traded Tom Murphy. This was like our first big trade. He is due a good amount, but he is actually a pretty good player. 114 WRC plus, good hitter, not the best catcher. So he is pretty valued around the league. A lot of people wanted him, and we ended up trading him to the Twins for Julian. And Julian has been good with us. He has Wade got hurt, so he's pretty much filled his spot in that role, and we see a future for him for sure. He's unhappy with his performance, but I think that's more so Minnesota side. But he's been pretty good with us, so love that. It is. Don't care about his running. Yeah, there we go. That works. I thought I did all this, but maybe it didn't save or something. We ended up giving up Cooper Hummel, who's a 29-year-old AAA guy, and he's been pretty good with them. He can play catcher. Um, he's up with the Twins, so good for him. And then we also got Henry Shavili back in return, who, he's not the best hitter apparently. Projects to be a defensive liability and lacks the offensive skills. So, really just a lottery pick here. He's more of a second baseman, 55 range. So we're gonna move him to second, and then base running, he's whatever there. So we can just do this. Make sure he gets some playing time, and leave it be and see if he turns into anything. But we didn't retain any money on Murphy's deal, so it gives us some more flexibility. And we actually brought up Joey Bart, who is in this save, was not traded to the Pirates, so he is our backup right now in the majors. Also, we gave up on the Nick Ahmed um, experiment. He was horrible. Wasn't even good defensively. I mean, he was good defensively, but that's about it. Wasn't really giving us anything. Base running was not that great either. So he's 34. He didn't really have a future with us. I just want the young guys to play. So we traded him along with a reliever to the Phillies for Derek Hall, who's more of a AAA, 4A guy who might mash a little bit in AAA, maybe get called up at some point. But yeah, that's May. In June, we had the draft. I'll go over that in a little bit, but we ended up demoting Brett Wisely down to AAA. Option Keaton Wynn down to AAA, and this is all because we made some moves. We traded Austin Warren to the Reds for Lucas Sims, who they wanted to give away. He's been horrible with the Reds, and so he comes over. He is going to be a free agent after the year, so we might look to deal him again. But the Reds covered 70% of his deal, and we'll probably look to move him. We also gave up another reliever, so don't really care about that. And then let's see, July, we claimed Carson Coleman off waivers from the Yankees, who seemed like a pretty good player. In 2022 he was good in Double A, and then 2020 he skipped all of 2023 with an injury, and now he's back and hasn't really pitched well. But we just took a flyer on him because he has a bunch of options left. So we'll see how he does in Triple A. And then the big move of the trade deadline so far is we traded Mike Yastrzemski, who was going to be on his last year of ARB next year, and we retained 100% of his deal this year. Traded him to the Orioles for Thomas Sosa, 19-year-old lottery guy in rookie ball. Grades out as superior defender. His eye grades out above average, which is what we like. Shows a good knack for barreling the ball with clean contact, clean swing, helping him spray. He is looking like a future major league player, according to my scout. With the Orioles, he had a 169 WRC plus in rookie ball, and with the A ball and hit pretty well too. High strikeout rate though. So we are gonna focus on less running, get his avoid Ks up. Don't really care about defense that much, and just really focus on avoid Ks. It's really hard with no ratings, as you could see. But Yastrzemski was doing pretty okay. A little above average, good defender, okay base runner, 101 WRC plus, 27 strikeout rate. So he just didn't really have a future. I want to get the young guys in there, and we also got Kyle Stowers. So this is the big move. He is 26 already. In the majors this year to 79 WRC plus, and with us he already has an 111 WRC plus. He's going to get a lot of the plate appearances against righties moving forward this year. He doesn't even have a year of service. My scout likes him, provides above average defensive value. His eye grades out as average. He's on the bubble. He's more their lower um, lower prospect. He's pretty much out of the prospect realm, and that's where we are right now. So now we're looking to move one Alex Cobb. If anybody wants him, he has 10 mil this year, so around 4 mil left on the deal. See if we can get like any offers for him. We'll eat 100% of his deal and see if we can do anything here. So the Orioles are interested in him. And got some other guys. Gavin Lux. Do I trade him to the Dodgers and get Gavin Lux in return? Lux really 87 WRC plus. Could really take over. If we decide to move Chapman, he could really take over there. I don't mind trading in division. I mean, I feel like Cobb is just nothing. So Gavin Lux. I feel like we should give up more here. But, I mean, he really isn't that good. So, let's get a scouting report on him. I mean, I might just do this straight up. Let's see. Do a little prospect here. Let's see. Mason Black, no. Give away. I'm just gonna see what they think of this, and we'll see what goes on there. We also were looking for deals for Snell. He's been phenomenal this year. He's gonna be worth. He had a sub ERA of 2, and then had 2 bad starts. But we were actually looking to trade him for Brooks Lee, and they just wanted a little too much for him. I try to get like their other top prospects, let me see. Let's take a look. Yeah, Walker Jenkins. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it for Rodriguez, and then they just drafted Ye Savage, but they don't want to give up Brooks Lee unless we give up like Tyler Rogers. So I'm thinking, now that I'm recording, I wouldn't mind giving up Tyler Rogers. But do I just try to do like Spencer Howard? No, I mean, seems kind of BS. Tyler Rogers, Blake Snell will eat the rest of his deal. He's going to opt out after this year for sure. My assistant GM says this is not a deal I would do, but I feel like Brooks Lee he hasn't really hit though. That's the thing. Draw 50 walks, worthwhile development project for future starting role. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for. Okay, I'm going to see if they take this. And so that, depending on what we do with Snell, we're going to think about, let's see. I tried to also get like Cubs. I mean, I've been trying to work the phones, trying to get Basalo. Same, like I offered Snell for Lee, and they said add in one of these guys. So we'll see what Tyler Rogers one gives us. See if they accept it. We'll just play a game real quick and see if they accept. I've played every game, so maybe it's my fault. We're so whatever. But all right, we're gonna. Should I not have Cobb pitch against the Dodgers? Lux is in there. Cobb is on the mound. Right after the game, they're gonna be like, "Yep, we accept," and then they're just gonna switch dugouts. So yeah, we got Julian, Stowers, their lineup. Oh, I missed a big one. How did I miss this one? We traded for Joey Ortiz, and the trade was we gave up Michael Conforto. So this was a little early. This was July 5th. We gave up Michael Conforto on the last year of his deal. He really has been good with the Brewers since we made the deal, but we got back Joey Ortiz, who is a good shortstop. he is taken over as the starting shortstop, and he has been decent with us, so it's good to see. We're gonna really focus on his hitting, his avoid Ks, and his eye. And see if he can turn into a good player. He's 26 already. The Brewers got him in the Burns trade, and they turned around and traded him for Conforto. They need outfield help, so that's a big one. That was that one and the Stowers one. We got Stowers, Joey Ortiz, a couple former Oriole guys, and then Badu and Julian. So we made some additions for the future of our team. We feel pretty good about it. This is kind of the route I think the real life Giants should go. Trade away some of the veterans and kind of start over from scratch. I do want to retain Matt Chapman. He just got injured in this sim. I do want to retain him, but I don't know. He's a little too expensive. All right, so Cobb gives us 5 2 run ball. Taylor Rogers is in. Taylor Rogers is somebody I would give up, but I'm gonna keep him. I don't want to make too many moves. I feel like trading it, like we're obvious sellers right now, so trading away our veterans like on rental deals is like the most obvious thing that we could do, and I feel like no one can really argue with that. It's not really unrealistic. Oh, we tied the game. All right, and Lucas Sim gets through that. We'll get Doval up. They have a righty in. I did not mean to click at bat, but we'll see. Let's see what goes on here. Nothing. Doval's in for the bottom and top of the order. He's in trouble. He gets out of it. We don't really have anybody ready. Righty in. See if we score. We do. See if Ryan Walker can get through this inning. He does not. This is like this is how it's been with this club. Like we've given up so many late leads. I'll kind of go through that real quick, but we do win here. Cobb gives us 5, probably in his last start. No home runs. Jung-Hoo Lee has been good. Let's go look at our team real quick. So Jung-Hoo Lee has been phenomenal. 128 WRC plus. Played every game pretty much. Really good base runner. He's stealing bases. His center field defense is not amazing, but it'll get it done. I'm going to work on it in the development lab. After this year, Estrada has been a good base runner and defender, but his hitting has been a little below average. But we'll take this. Tyler Fitzgerald, who's gotten a lot of run as a bench guy, has been good, playing a lot of positions. As you can see, first, second, third, short, left. Um, Joey Ortiz has been good since coming over. Patrick Bailey struggled, and I really hope that he turns it around. I don't know why his base running is so bad. Jeez. Base running is minus 4.8. Jeez. Soler has been average, 21 home runs. Wilmer Flores has been average. I might look to move him. I feel like he's just going to opt out after this year, but I do like him. But he wants a little bit. So we have some guys to move if we want to. And then Matos has been bad. Joey Bart bad. Badu bad. Stowers, eh. Julian's been good with us. Ramos has been struggling. But we're going to try to give him as much run as we can. Scouting wise, go 20 times. He has the numbers to be a good starter. So we just got to give him the opportunity. Luciano might get sent down here soon. And then pitching wise, it's been Webb and Snell, and Duvall's been good. But he has struggled with his save. He's the one who's just given up so many saves. I mean, it happens. 72% save rate. So he's like 16 to 20. What is that? 16 to 22. So not great there. Clevenger's been good. Rogers has been good. Harrison, he has a 4.45 FIP with a 9.7 Ks per nine with a lot of walks, and he's given up some home runs. I'm gonna try to see if he gives up less walks. Hicks has been moved to the bullpen here. He does have an innings limit for me. His FIP has not been great. He's walking a bunch of guys. He has not been what he is in real life. And then Taylor Rogers has struggled, but I have faith in him. He has good stuff. I mean, so we're not worried about him. Ryan Walker, 384 FIP. Feel like he has a good, wicked slider, good sinker too. So we're gonna focus on getting these guys some good run. I mean, he's walking a bunch, so we'll see if that helps. All right, we'll see what the Dodgers said about Lux for Cobb. Almost for the Dodgers here. So what do they want in return? This guy's out for 9 months. This guy's a reliever. Kavanaugh, Juan Perez, Jesus Alexander, Rodmacher. This guy has been. I don't mind giving him up. Let's do it because I'd Cobb for Lux. We give up a prospect as well. This makes sense. He's only a first baseman. Can't really play anywhere else. 23 already. Drafted him a free agent. 23. So let's do it. We got Gavin Lux, and then let's look at the trade for they. Oh, okay. So this actually works for them. So Snell and Rogers for Brooksley, and then we'll have Brooksley in Double A, and we'll have Lux up in the majors, and we'll probably send Luciano down. So let's see. They want Jimenez, Junior Flores, 22 already. Yeah, this works for me because he has been bad. He was good last year in 3 innings, and bad. So Junior Flores, 25-year-old Pagan. Actually, we'll do Pagan because he's 25. Okay, so we're gonna make this move. We're gonna get Brooksley for Snell. Snell only has a couple more months left, and the Twins are in a good position. You can look at their positioning. They're in first in the AL Central, so this makes sense for all teams. Snell for Brooksley. We are doing it. Huge moves here. We get some up the middle help with Lux and um, Brooksley. We lose 3 players on the active roster. We need to bring up some pitchers. We have Wizenhunt probably ready to go here soon, but need to get his FIP down, and his command needs to be better. We'll bring up Keaton Wynn. Yeah. We're gonna move Wynn into the starting rotation. We're gonna move Jordan Hicks into the starting rotation, and then we need. What do we need? 2 more guys. So we're gonna send down Luciano. We're gonna bring up 2 relievers. That's a good spot for Beck. He's been horrible though. Who's been good? Dabovich. Okay. Is he ready to go? If he's ready to go, I mean, continues to improve. Just seems to come off duty. Okay. Off duty. We're gonna do it. Promote to San Francisco, and then we're gonna get Sean Jelly up. See if he can do anything. And these are big time moves for the org. Brooksley comes in now at 38th overall, our second best prospect. He's gonna be in Double A. He's gonna be getting all the run at second base. Base running wise, he could steal a few bags, and hopefully he turns into a guy. So that'd be great. Double A with them, he wasn't hitting. Really gonna focus on. I don't like the way they're doing his dev lab here. Running, I don't care. Just get more eye. His eye has been good. I mean, I and void K's. We need to get his overall contact up because his BABIP is just low. We need some good barrels here with Brooks and see if he can turn into a future player here for us. And then now we're really just focusing on when the trade deadline comes around. When's the trade deadline? Is it July 31st? Rules. Trade deadline. Yeah, July 31st. So 6 days. We have 6 days to decide on Chapman, who is on the IL right now. He has a player opt out. And, or we just offer him the qualifying offer and see if we can work out an extension with him, or we trade him, which I don't really want to do. I kind of want to keep him, but the return doesn't look too hot. No, there's nothing really here that catches my eye. I feel like he's almost just worth just keeping. Ben Rice was a catcher. Okay. Yeah, Joe Boyle. Nothing really here, prospects wise. If we include Keaton Wynn, we can get Butler. I mean, oh, okay, so Emilio Sanchez. I think we're just going to keep him. Alonso is good. I don't want the Dodgers to get Chapman or Ramos, so Nelson Rada. I don't want to give up Ramos. Okay, well, looks like we're going to hold on to Chapman. Any other guys with player opt outs? We got Ray on the trading block, trade away Snell. Estrada, who I like. Lamont Wade, who I like. He's out right now. And Gavin Lux. So we're going to do a Gavin. Have him run a little bit. See what we can do there. And we're going to redo the lineup. Try to get these guys some good run. Third base. Could have Gavin Lux try third base. Doesn't have anything there. His arm is not good. In real life, his arm is not good at all. But we're going to see if we can get some defensive run here at third. Yeah, 55 rating at third. That works for me. That works for me. Okay. And then Ramos. Soler. Boom. That works. Okay. Then against the lefties, we're going to do Fitzgerald at third. He's been really good. Matos, Ramos. Nice. Pitching side, we got Win. Alright, so we're looking good. Now we can look at what we drafted, which the draft was like, I really had to rely on my assistant GM. But we took James Tibbs, who the Giants actually took in real life. He seemed like the best guy here. He has a 195 WRC plus. He hits with his hands, stays inside the ball, works up the middle, projected to be injury replacement. But I really was going for college guys, like position players. I wasn't really looking at pitchers. I was looking at like Chase Burns and Hagen Smith, but I was like, you know what, we should go with like a position player. Noah Franco was our second pick, high school guy. He's struggled so far in rookie ball, but overall he is more of an eye guy, um, high strikeout rate, high walk rate. Should be a decent fielder, and then decent base runner. If he can figure out his swing a little bit, he might be pretty good. He is so young. Michael Torres is going to be a good defensive outfielder, high school bat. I'm going to adjust this. Power. Yeah, this works. Boom. And then Aiden Harris. get a scouting report on him. He's been rookie ball mashing a little bit of a high strikeout rate. Probably should get him good at third a little bit, but let's focus on no running. Get his avoid K up. Get his contact up a little bit. Focus on his eye too. There we go. That works. Don't care about running when I'm developing guys, so let's do that. Sterling, 17-year-old high school pitcher. Looks like going to be a pretty good player here. Nasty curveball, explosiveness. Would definitely be a number two. So he is a guy that worked out well. He has a 2.75 FIP in 3 innings. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but he was in the prospect league. Was not doing so hot, but my scout really likes him. So cool there. Rizzy, 19-year-old, um, elite stuff. Could really be a good starter or reliever. Love it. See how he does in rookie ball. Grant Nip he's a two-way guy, probably more of a catcher, first baseman, something like that. But he has been pitching and doing pretty well. Has a 153 WRC plus, so I'm not going to bother him. And then Frankel, high school starter, catcher, high school catcher, college position player. All of these guys, I'm just going to add to the short list and see how they do. Right now, the short list is, let's see, prospects. Ohuna has not been that good in Eugene. Arias has been really good in the DSL. Um, Ortega is in Double A, doing pretty well. Hopefully, he can do well with Brooks Lee there. Mercado, been really good. Birdsong, who I like. He's been really good in real life too. Um, he's hurt, but not doing too hot, but works. Mason Black struggling. Let's see. Reggie Crawford. He is hitting pretty well, not pitching great. And then I moved Bryce Eldridge just to a hitter, and he's been mashing pretty well. Their season just started, 132 WRC plus. It's good to see. Harrison's been Luciano's been bad. Walker Martin's in rookie ball, not doing too hot. Rough. Pomaris has been mashing, but needs some more contact. So I feel like contact. Boom. Strikeout rate's high. Hunt's been okay. Whitman has been good, really good. He's probably almost ready to come up to Double A. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's get him up to Double A. See how he does in Richmond, and we can move from there. Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back for episode 2. It's kind of a long one, but thank you so much. We're rebuilding with the Giants. We're just 10 games under pretty much. Trying to get these young guys some run, see what we have in them. New guys, Lux, Joey Ortiz, Badu, Stowers, and pitching we'll worry about later. We have a good little Webb, Harrison, Duvall, Clevenger, Walker. I mean, I'm not really worried about the pitching. We can make anything work there. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.